Hi, I'm John Twist of University Motors, and I want to follow up last night's Zoom call, which was about distributors, with a quick little video showing just a little bit more about them, and better than my crummy little camera on my laptop computer can allow the viewers to see during those Zoom calls. So we're talking about distributors from the MGA to the latest MGB. These are all B series engines, although it's pretty much the same distributor on an MGC, and it's the same type of distributors on a series engine, a Bug-Eye Sprite, right through a 1979 MG Midget. So let's just take a look at these. I'm not including the T-types because I don't have an example. That distributor is a DKY4A. That's the base. But let's take a look at the MGA style of distributor. This is a DM2. I don't know if you can see the DM2 here on the top. There we go, close in, there's the DM2. So this is an MGA distributor. I would expect to find a 40510. This is not, this is a 40613. That number on this side of it, which is really hard to see, is defines the advance rate and the type of vacuum advance unit that's on the distributor. It identifies the distributor, and there isn't a different distributor for every year, but from 1968 through 1980, 12 years, there are 10 different distributors used in the MGB, a couple different distributors used in the MGA. Anyway, this is the DM2, and this uses either a side entry cap like this. This is the old-fashioned one where the spark plug wires come in from the side, and then the more common one is a top entry. It's so common I don't have one here to show you, but it's not unlike the later top entry cap where the wires go in the top. The DM2 gave way to the 25D distributor. So here's a 25D. This is probably a 408, yep, it's a 40897. This is the best distributor for the MGB engine to make it run well. It's in the 25D body. You can see up here at the top where it says 25D. So the 25D was used in Minis, Morris Marinas, Austin Marinas here. Minis, Midgets, all kinds of vehicles, all right? So just because it says 25D doesn't mean it'll work well in your car. It means it'll work in your MGB, but it won't necessarily work well. You want to get the correct distributor. So the racers, and in 1969, the MG Midget, didn't use a vacuum advance unit. So this is a 23D distributor. It looks exactly like the 25D, only that it doesn't have the vacuum advance unit on it. So the racers like this because the earlier cars have two plates that hold the points. There's a base plate, there's another plate that moves on top, moved by the vacuum advance unit. That top plate then can start to vibrate at certain speeds and screw up the timing if you've got a race car, so that racers don't like those. Following the 25D distributor is the 45D. Now you can see this case looks just a little different than the other one. Not a whole lot, but it looks different. The points are all together different, the rotor's different, the condenser's different, all the guts are different, as is the cap. The cap is different too. Now I happened to pull this out of the box. This is a blue cap. They're most often black. Blue was used in 1980 only. A blue cap and a blue rotor. Don't know why, but only in 1980. So this is the 45D distributor, which uses points. This is used in England right up through 1978. And on all federal spec cars in 1975. This gave way to the electronic ignition, which is a 45DE. So you see there's no points inside this one. It's just got a magnetic pickup here. These are pretty good distributors. These haven't failed as a rule. So these are the different types of distributors that you might find in MGs from 1954 through 1980. The earlier ones have got a high lift cam in them. The later ones, the 45D has got an asymmetric cam in it to open and close the points. A lot of differences, difference in vacuum units, different in advance rates, all the way along. So if you want to get a correct distributor for your car, then certainly use one of the two rebuilders in the United States. There's Jeff Schlemmer in Minnesota at Advanced Distributors, and there's Rob Medinsky at British Vacuum Unit in New Hampshire. Both those guys can take an original 25D or 23D if you so were to choose, and get the correct advance curve to make your car run the best. Because remember, from 1968 through 1980, they weren't interested in making the car run the best. They were interested in making it pass pollution standards. So they had to fiddle with the distributor almost every year from 68 through 80. The better distributors, the 1962 through 1967 40897 distributor. But again, that distributor was duplicated as a 41427 in this body. So either of those are okay. Anyway, just quick course, different distributors. Bottom line is get the right distributor for your car. If you're not sure, send your distributor or another one if you've got one out to one of the rebuilders, get it built for your car. Use points, you can always make points work, and you'll have a lot better performing vehicle. So until the next time I make a video, John Twist, University Motors, safety fast.